The Google Pixel 5 was a very underrated device and released in 2020. But how does it stack up today in 2025? And to my surprise, there's actually a really good gathering for this device. Every time that I release a Pixel 5 video, I get some sort of comment from someone who genuinely, truly enjoys the device and is still using currently today. I mean, 5 years, or almost 5 years later, come this October. The Pixel 5, like I said, is a very underrated device because it wasn't pushing a larger display like other flagship devices. It didn't have a Snapdragon 800 series chip. So a lot of people really looked at this phone and thought to themselves like, hey, this is definitely going to be some budget feeling type phone. And like I said before, Pixels are not intended to be the most powerful phone out there for running games and high software. They are meant to be intelligent, helpful companions. But the key word there is obviously what we're seeing today in the battlefront known as AI. And that's where this lies. The Pixel 5, surprisingly with the Snapdragon 765G, is still a very capable device today. It's very smooth when I use it, no matter what carrier I'm using it on. Except AT&T, I guess you could say, since AT&T cut off 5G connectivity for the 5 and the 5A. Go figure. Cameras are still decent on this. I can still take really good photos, and the photos come out really nice for social media. Video quality is pretty good too as well. I have no problems with the video quality. I'm able to actually use this to record some videos, which I've had before, and I've used this as a webcam for my live streams before. And so I think they do pretty good for what they're bringing, especially from a device that is about to be 5 years old come October. Of course, you got different shooting modes in camera, and you also got different modes in photo mode or photography, including one of the famous ones that is photosphere. So you have night sight, you have photosphere, and you can definitely play around with this to be a little creative with your photography if that's something that you're truly into. Aside from that, the phone does really good when I play the games that I play, like Pokemon Go and, just a couple of other little knick-knack games, I would call them. Nothing too extravagant, nothing too heavy, nothing like Call of Duty or Genshin Impact. I'm not really into those games. I know some of you guys are, and that's cool. And will this thing run this buttery smooth flawless? Probably not. But again, the Pixels is not a gaming phone. It's not a super high software using powerful phone. It is supposed to be an intelligent phone. And yes, this does run Gemini. You can install Gemini on here and replace Google Assistant with it. Now, it doesn't have onboard Gemini or like Gemini Nano, like on device. It is cloud AI, but still useful. You're able to do stuff with it. Totally fine. The display, the animations, it can go up to 90 hertz refresh. You can kind of see a difference, especially when you're playing games. You can see the refresh rate really kind of impact that. But aside from that, I mean, 90 hertz refresh is 90 hertz refresh, right? You see more in 120 hertz refresh. Just saying. The battery life on this is still pretty solid, okay? And this device is 4 years old, all right? Shout out to Carlos S. Tech, who gifted me this particular Pixel 5, and he gifted it to me on the month of release. So this is actually a 4.5-year-old device, almost 5 years old, and the battery can still kick and still run with the best of it. So I do get pretty decent battery life. So if I was to do a battery swap, oh man, would this be even more of a battery beast? And of course, some people were, happy to know that it had the ultra wide angle camera sensor. I kind of missed the telephoto, but hey, that's just me. Overall, I think one of the biggest things here that I really enjoy about the Pixel 5 is the build quality of it. The fact that it, had battery share, so you can charge your Pixel Buds on it. And also just, the size, it's compact, fits in the hand, smooth all the way around if you have the Sage. I don't know how the black one felt, but I know the Sage green one is very smooth. So overall, a great solid device, functioning very well in 2025, still worth picking up in my opinion.